Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm Silent Court here with your latest Destiny tips, tricks, and information. In this video I'm going to be giving my first impressions of Destiny. I've been playing an absolute ton of the alpha this weekend, and I've got so much gameplay recorded. I'm going to be trying to put it into videos, entertaining videos for you guys. So I thought it'd be fun to make a sort of overall review video of my time in the alpha, and let you guys know some of the good stuff and some of the bad stuff. If you guys do go on to enjoy this video, be sure to leave it a like, I'd really appreciate it, and also subscribe for more daily gaming content. So let's get on with the video. The first thing I want to talk about is the graphics. So the graphics are actually really good, especially for an alpha version of the game. They're absolutely awesome graphics. I'm sure you'll see in the video. They're really impressive. And the next thing is the three classes and their sort of special ultimate abilities. And I actually had a little bit of hands-on time with all three classes, but I probably spent most of the time with the Titan, and I really liked how they all have their sort of unique jump abilities, their unique melee abilities, and also their ultimates, which absolutely destroy in multiplayer. As soon as you get used to the kind of ultimate for each class, you can really start to do some heavy work with it. Like every time I got my ultimate on my Titan, it was pretty much a guaranteed of an insta kill whenever I used it. The next thing I really liked is just how different the multiplayer was. It was almost like nothing I've ever experienced before in a multiplayer shooter. I was expecting it to be quite similar to Halo, but it's actually really different to Halo. And I have played a lot of the past Halos, and I've played a little bit in the multiplayer, but I've never really found them as a gripping as this was. I really wanted to play a lot of the multiplayer. I think I played around 50 matches over the whole alpha period, so I did play a lot of multiplayer, and I still want to play more. So that should really tell you guys how much I liked it. The next thing I was a big fan of is the kind of MMO elements that Destiny has. There's 10 years worth of content planned to this game. This game is a very long-term investment, and I really like that in a game. I really like to invest a lot of time into it and feel myself progressing over time and becoming better and being able to upgrade my character. So it not only helps me in the single player, but I'm also improving my character in the multiplayer, becoming stronger and having better gear. Now for a few of the things I think could be improved. I think the first of all thing is the loading time. I did find at certain parts the loading time took quite a while to get into games and things, but again, you can't really review that on an alpha version of the game. Who knows what it's going to be like, and even the beta or the full release. The next one is to do with the voice narration on the multiplayer. I've had a lot of people saying that his voice is too monotone and not enthusiastic enough, and I think he's actually supposed to be a robot, the kind of commentator when you're playing multiplayer. Personally it doesn't bother me too much, but I have seen a lot of people pick up on how they would like a commentator that's a bit more enthusiastic about when you're playing. If you get a lot of kills, you want to be told enthusiastically that you're doing well and not just have some monotone voice telling you.
Enemy captured Zone C.
The last thing I wanted to touch on was the balancing in the competitive multiplayer. Now, bear in mind that we were only able to get access to one of the multiplayer modes in the alpha, which was kind of the domination. But I did find when I first started this, I did really bad. I didn't understand how people. It felt like they were having a big advantage over me, and I was able to inspect other players and see that their weapons and armors were actually a lot heavier than mine and a lot better. So it led me on to go back into the single player and build up better weapons and find better armor and kind of equip my character a lot better. So I guess it's going to be really interesting to see how that's balanced, because it's not like in the multiplayer everyone's on the same balance field. It's not everybody has the same sort of level playing field. It's very dependent on what weapons and what armor you have. And again, that has pros and cons. If you're buying this game to go straight into the multiplayer, you might find yourself struggling a bit, but if you're somebody that does like to invest a lot of time into a game, you're going to be, I guess, rewarded some really good weapons, some really good armor, and that's going to help you greatly in the multiplayer mode. But who knows, not all of the multiplayer modes have even been announced yet. Maybe there will be one sort of vanilla multiplayer mode where everybody will be on this sort of same class setup and no level advantages. So that was my first impressions of the alpha in Destiny. There's a few more facts I wanted to bring you guys that have been announced since the alpha. The first one is announced by a Bungie developer that the alpha actually features less than 10% of the game's content. And I thought we actually got quite a lot in the alpha version of the game to play with, so there's definitely going to be a lot more to come in the beta and even the final release of the game. And another fact is that the characters you've leveled up in the alpha won't be transferred to the beta. I actually thought that was kind of expected, but just in case you guys didn't already know, we'll be saying goodbye to our alpha characters, sadly. So thank you guys so much for watching until the end of the video. As always, all my social media links will be in the description if you want to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Have yourselves an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.